Welcome to Sports Express with Spencer Davidson and Chelsea Sherrod. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Wittig and Herkimer College.
Coming up aboard the Express, the UC women's lacrosse team takes on Nazareth in the Empire 8 semifinals.
Plus, the Comets welcome the Rochester Americans as they look to close out April with the team's second straight win.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Express. We'll get to those in just a bit, but first, it's time for football.
That's right. Tonight, Herkimer faced West Canada Valley for the first time in a long time. Spence, the wind was pushing me around like I was in a helmet and pads. The weather was fierce, but so was the competition on senior night. It's the second game of the season for the Magicians, who beat Little Falls in their opener last week. The Indians coming off a 1-point win over Frankfort to improve to 1-1 on the season. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Fourth down for West Canada. 1 yard away from 6. Quarterback Andrew Cerrone fakes the handoff and gets hit hard, but gets in for the touchdown. The Indians didn't complete the 2-point conversion. They take a 6-0 lead.
Early in the second quarter, West Canada Valley on about the 42-yard line. Cerrone makes the throw, and it's intercepted by Kyle Anudo. He's juking defenders, takes it all the way, 68 yards to the house. Herkimer ties it at 6 heading into the half, but the Indians would hold them scoreless in the second. They would go on to win this one 16-6.
The UC women's lacrosse team took on Nazareth in the Empire 8 semifinals tonight, looking for their first trip to the championship game. Tied at 3 in the first, Samantha DeCondo with a long run, beating her defender and burying it to put the Pioneers up by 1. She had 3 goals today.
Second half, 5-4 Utica. Lexi Scacia at the top. Feeds down low to Stephanie Husney for the finish. 2 goals for Husney on the night. Pioneers grab a 2-goal lead.
But the Golden Flyers would battle back to tie at 7 late. Emma States a couple of rolls, works inside and fires into the cage to put Nazareth on top. That's a lead they wouldn't give up. Each team scores 1 more, but Utica College falls 9-8 as Nazareth advances to the championship.
The Comets are in the final stretch of the season with just 10 games remaining on the schedule heading into tonight. After a thrilling overtime win over the Crunch on Wednesday, the Comets welcomed in the Rochester Americans for their 8th meeting this season. Michael DiPietro makes his return to the Odd, getting the starting goal after being assigned from the Canucks taxi squad. Dakota Joshua is back from the St. Louis Blues, and Nikita Alexandrov, another Blues prospect, makes his AHL debut.
Joshua wastes no time making his presence felt. Just 3 minutes into the game, after a battle behind the net, Nolan Stevens throws it into the crease. Joshua jams home the backdoor rebound. It's 1-0.
Chelsea DiPietro hasn't seen game action in 14 months.
Wow.
Doesn't look like he missed a beat, though. What a pad save on a breakaway from Brent Gates. The Amerks were actually awarded a penalty shot on the play, but DiPietro shuts the door on Gates there, too.
And Rochester does score shortly after, but just 14 seconds after they do, Lucas Jacek powers a shot 5-hole to put Utica right back on top.
Final minute of the frame, Comets close things out in a big way. Will Lockwood taking it to the backhand after beating his man and going around the poke check to put it in. That is a beauty. Comets lead 3-1 after 1.
In the second, Utica keeps its foot on the gas. Josh Teves with a slapper from the point, tipped in front by Alexandrov, and there's the first AHL goal for the 20-year-old Russian. A big smile there. Comets continue piling it on. Just a completely dominant effort all night. They go on to win this one 7-1.
This is the first time this kind of group had been together, so I thought they did a pretty good job. The forward group, we haven't been that deep in a while. What I mean by deep is just adding Dakota Joshua back in, and I thought he picked right up where he left off. Played very confident. Got to see Nikita Alexandrov. I thought he contributed as well. Obviously goals, but just a fast guy who plays at a high speed. And, you know, we were fortunate. We got going. We got a kind of a good start, and then we had a really good start to the second period, and that kind of, I think, set the tone.
You know, I think as the game went on, I felt more and more comfortable. The nerves kind of, went away. And, for me, it's about establishing a routine. It's been 14 months since I played a game. So, just trying to reteach myself on, how I prepare for a game and the little nuances you do during it. So it was a fun game to play in. Good to get the monkey off the back and, like I said, just continue to build my game.
The Comets take the throughway to Syracuse on Sunday to face the Crunch at 3 p.m., looking for their third straight win.
The Rome Grizzlies 14-under team opened up pool play in the national championships with a win last night. This afternoon, the New York State champion had the tough task of facing the top-ranked team in the nation.
The Grizzlies kept it close, but fell 3-1 to Assabet Valley out of Massachusetts to drop to 1-1 in pool play. Solana Zizzo got the Rome goal in the third period, and Casey Clausen made 31 saves in the game. The Grizzlies take on a team out of Arizona tomorrow at 11:05 a.m. Mountain Time to close out pool play and attempt to qualify for the knockout rounds.
Chelsea, when we think about the past year, with the sports world trying to navigate through the pandemic, one group who has faced these challenges head on and succeeded are women, especially women in football.
That's right. I immediately think about Sarah Fuller, the soccer player from Vanderbilt, who became the first woman to score a point in a Power 5 conference football game last year, and how special that moment was. And her impact has reached Central New York in a high school athlete who's making some history of her own. Last week, when Mount Markham hosted Dodgeville, junior kicker Zoe Hoke became the first girl to register a point in a Mount Markham football game. It was this field goal for the Mustangs that earned her the point. Zoe, a junior soccer player, says that it was such a cool moment.
The coaches asked me, I want to say towards the end of freshman year, and then sophomore year I still played soccer. And then with COVID this year, I was able to play both. My mom takes pictures for the team, and I knew that she was cheering up, and so was my dad. The boys congratulated me. I didn't really think about making history or anything. Girls can do anything, so there's really nothing to stop you.
My favorite thing about how she spoke about this moment was the fact that she's so casual. This was just business as usual for her. I love that. She says that she thinks she's going to play for the football team next year.
We'll see you back here next Friday night for another edition of Sports Express.
This has been Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Wittig and Herkimer College.